Hey, what's up, guys? This is Teacher Ben. As you can see, this is a post-running workout. I am drenched in sweat. I've always been a massive sweater, probably because of my excess body weight. I was like 15% body weight fatter than my fellow Division I athletes in college, so I'm a big guy, a big runner. But somehow it worked good enough. But I want to thank you because I did a few more videos about my athletics in college, uh, something about the coaches, why athletes should be allowed to transfer, and yeah, how to manage your academics. And I did one about Tim Tebow. So I want to thank you because I actually had an incredible workout today. It definitely feels that I was inspired by the words I was telling the world and the truth about my life that hopefully people will know about me from now on. Um, and hopefully it goes on the right ears. But I was incredibly inspired I did a 7 mile run, 6.8 miles to be exact. Excuse me, very thirsty. 6.8 miles through about the 3.5 mile mark. I was running at an 8:29 pace, which is way above. Actually, my peak was probably a 4 mile run, and I ran 8:45. So I was 15, even 16 seconds faster than my pace for a 4 mile run at the 3.5 mile mark. So basically, it's a personal record since I've started re-running, re-working out. No cramps to speak of in my calves. Yesterday I had massive uh, tightness in my knee and I had to stop a few times, uh, but I ended up finishing the run, thank God. Today, no pain in the knee, which is a massive praise to God. And I do want to say, after I hit the 3.5 mile mark and I was running at 8:29 pace, I said, Good Lord. I said, Good God, I'm going to be way under pace. And I said, You know what? All I want is to be at the 6 mile marker at about a 9 minute pace. If I can only slow down by 30 seconds over the next 3 miles, 3.5 miles, I'll be really grateful because if I've traditionally had a strong kick and that leads me to a personal record. So I got to um, my point where I realized there was 1 mile left before my house. It happened to be like 5.7 miles. And so I started kicking. I was like, all right, there's probably only 1 mile till my house. So I'm going to start my kick now. I was like 8:57. My pace had slowed down 27 seconds. So I was ahead of what I was hoping for, which was a 9 minute pace with 1 mile to go. And I was hoping to trim 15 seconds off on my last mile kick. So a very strong kick for my last mile. Ended up getting it down to 850, which was I didn't really have as good of a kick today. And normally when I plan to have a strong kick, I don't really have a great one. It's usually when I don't plan to have a strong kick that it kind of happens by chance. And the kick is like 2 or 2.5 mile kick. So that's something about runner's high, I think. But didn't really have a great runner's high, didn't have a great kick, but got it to 850. It's pretty close to a personal record since I've started running again. My weight is down to 215 with shoes, I might say, so probably like 213 or 212 without shoes, which is a massive success. I was like 222 and I was eyeballing going up to 230 because I'm eating like a pig and I can't stop eating. Thank God last night I'm just so sick of looking at this fat on my face and right here. It's disgusting. And so I for the first time in about a month, I haven't given myself a full meal right before bed. For some reason I eat a full meal. I know it's terrible, but I eat a full meal right before bed, so I go to bed with a full stomach. Last night I went to bed with basically an empty stomach. I hadn't eaten for an hour or two, which these days is really good because I'm eating like a pig. And I was so busy all day. It's 4:30. I've only had a bowl of rice all day, and so I had to mow the grass. I had I had 80 different ideas to get onto YouTube. And I really think that talking about the sports is really good because I ran with motivation, and I feel like a professional athlete. I'm 42 years old. I'm slow as hell. I'm 250 pounds. You can see the bulk on my upper body. It is not conducive to running, and but here I am running 7 mile runs, and I'm finishing strong, and the pace is not very good, but I feel, people like look at me and they're like, yeah, let's go, boss. I actually had a wonderful guy. He said, wonderful American citizen, and he goes, all right, brother, keep it going. Looking great. And I was so touched. That stuff, that type of encouragement. Uh, you know, uh, it's really feels wonderful. And so, um, so the American citizens are really wonderful, and a lot of people I'd really love to be friends with. So with that being said, thank you for the wonderful workout today, and thank you for listening to my story. And the main thing I want anybody to take away from is not what a great athlete I am, but that God is something that you should pursue in your life. So that's the underlying message behind all my meaning, all of my travel, language, whatever, history, Bible, workout videos, reflections on athletics. I want you to think about the real meaning of life. So um, choose what you may, but this is my opinion. Have a nice day. This is Teacher Ben. Bye bye.